How are you? Come on in. Happy Monday. Labor Day here in America, the day we celebrate working by going to the beach. It's awesome day, and it is unofficially the last week of summer, which means summer's almost over. If you're up north, that's a sad day. If you live where I live, in the world's most famous beach, Daytona Beach, Florida, that's a very happy day because it's been a hot summer. So today on Labor Day, I'd like to chat about keeping your job, making your job better, succeeding at your job, new job, old job, job you want to have, job you did have. Well, maybe that doesn't count. But your job as a parent, your job as a husband, as a wife, your job as a team member, whatever it happens to be. If you want to be better at your job, your J-O-B, we can fix it today. We will. How are you? My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder and the Chief Motivating Officer here at motivationtomove.com. Happy to have you here today. And I had a wild hair today. I've been on YouTube for probably since the beginning of June at dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube. And I've just been doing audio. I took the pictures away. But then I had this wild hair this week. I said, you know what? I'm kind of tired of not seeing the people. Wait a second. It's more like them seeing this people. And since I haven't shaved for 9 weeks and had a long week, and I thought, why not this? I'm not at my best. I'm at my raggedy best right now. Let's do a video. That's what we all do. So check it out. dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube. Every Monday, I ask a question, and this may be silly to you if you haven't heard this, or maybe you've heard it 1,000 times. You're thinking, what is he asking this stupid question for? Silly question. Have you done your homework? Well, the homework is simply this. It's a question you ask. How's my life going? If you don't dig down at least once a week, I would prefer you dig it down once a day, and maybe if I really have my preferences, like a lot of times throughout the course of the day, how's my life going? Here it is. If you're not satisfied with what's happening, you at least need to look at it and begin to deal with it. If you are satisfied, you need to say, how can I get more? And if you're frustrated, you say, how do I go either way? It doesn't matter. I don't care if you fail. At least when you fail, you'll know to get rid of it. My Perfect Week Planner at perfectweekplanner.com will help you do this. Just go get that. It's free. It's been around for a little while, and it's very helpful to people. So check that out. We may have a sponsor today. I don't always know that's why I say that, but we may. So how do you succeed at your job? We all want to succeed at our job. Let me think about that for a minute. Scott, use your Scott logic right now. There are a lot of people who don't want to work. Now, if I had my druthers, would I work? Probably. I actually say all the time, I'm getting to the age where I could look down the retirement age here in the next 10 years or so. But if I retired today, what would I do tomorrow? Probably get up and what I'm doing right now. I'd do my job. So if you want to know how to be happy and be one of those happy, successful people, let me stop. I'm not saying you're not. You may be, but I'm talking to a lot of people. You might be one, but there's somebody out there today who says, gosh, I wish I could be happy like all those happy, successful people I see everywhere else. Why can't I be that way? You may be that person thinking, I'm just going to hang out, listen to the podcast, and be one of those people, but maybe not. Maybe you're looking for that. And say you are. You might say, what are they doing that I'm not doing? And I can promise you that anybody who is happy and successful has something going on really good in their life. Let me correct that for a second. Even if they have something bad going on. Have you ever seen those people? They're just a hot mess. It's like they can't do anything right. It's just they're arsonists. They're making fires in their life and they're running around all day putting them out. That's silly. But they're doing it. They're doing something to get there. So whether you have that or whether you have something in the middle or you have massive success, you're doing something to do it, right? But what are you doing? Well, there is a clue that comes from something you may have heard. I think it's on the locker room wall, or was at some point. Bill Belichick, the coach of the New England Patriots. I don't watch a lot of football. I guess he's still there, right? I don't know. I don't watch. Listen, I live in Florida. We got stuff to do on a Sunday afternoon. We don't watch football here. We do stuff. We go paddleboarding, things like that. So give me a break, all right? He says, do your job. Do your job. It doesn't matter what you do. You could have a brand new job. You could work in corporate. You could be a gig person, drive an Uber. It doesn't really matter. Do your job. Mom, dad, kid, you've got a job to do. Cleaning your room, things like that. Do your job. It's pretty simple advice, and it's probably the simplest advice you'll ever get. Do your damn job. Can I say that? Sorry about that. A little passionate there. A simple mantra. It means that you have an assignment. and you need to do it. I've never quite understood why you voluntarily take a job. I didn't take it voluntarily, Scott. I had to make money. Yeah, you still said yes, but I had to. I know, but you did. So since you did, do your job. It is really that simple. We spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time. My team spends a lot of time working with a lot of people. And there's a percentage of those people who don't do their job, who say they're going to do it, who talk about it for month after month after month and don't do it. And then they wonder why they don't have what maybe other people do. Do your job. If you have dreams, if you have aspirations, your assignment is to go after it. You need to execute. That's it. When it's time to play, depending on what time you got to get out of bed to go to work in the morning, you get up and you do it. Unless you're my wife at 5:45 waking your husband up. That's not a good thing. Don't do your job. And that, okay, I'm messing with myself here. If you want a better job, if you want to make more money, if you want a promotion, your assignment is to do your job and to do a lot of it. More than anybody else will. You need to execute. I cannot tell you how important that is. Now, we'll talk later on this week about what you should be focusing on to be able to do that. But at the same time, it's that simple. So I want you to think about that right now today. You have a job. I'll let you figure out what that is. If you're going to do your job at the best of your possible ability, regardless of what the circumstances are, how would you do it? If you want to step up and make more money, driving, say, an Uber, you have an assignment. Do your job. Lately, although I've noticed in the beginning, the Uber drivers did their job by making fanciful conversation with the person sitting in the back seat, pretending like it was a limousine. That would be me. Lately, though, they seem to go for 5-star reviews by not saying a word and just driving the car. Doing their job, right? And it's okay with me. In fact, the less you say, the more I'm likely to give you 5 stars and a 20% tip. The more you say, I'm going to think about it, right? That's not the job. Your job is to drive the car and get me there. I know. We can get on all kinds of conversation about that. But the truth is, ultimately, at the end of the day, if I call an Uber, what are they supposed to do? Drive the car. Do the job. You know, in the world that I live in, the world I've created for myself in my entire life, and I've always done this, I knew to get out of bed and do my job, and as well as I could, do it better than I thought anybody else could do it. And to be very honest with you, I messed up about 95% of the time, but you never fail, do you? You show up, you give it your best shot, you do your job, boom, doesn't work, you get chewed out by the coach, you jump in, you try it again. Well, I know we got a kind of strange world we live in these days, but I know this. I don't care how old you are. I don't care where you are. I see you, I hear you, I talk to you all the time. And I know that there are so many people that get down and do their job. And they just know if I do it good today, I'll get another chance tomorrow. And every single dream, every goal, everything you want to have happen in your life, anything you want to have happen today, tomorrow, the next day, and for the rest of your life will happen when you do your job. Now, of course, so if you have to get other people to do their job, you're in leadership or management, that might be a different podcast, but we'll or get them to listen to this one. Don't yell at them. Just say, hey, I got a great podcast. Listen to this dude named Scott. He's talking about a message I think you should hear. Okay. So what's coming up tomorrow? Well, here's the thing. I want you to stay motivated all the time to get what you want. There is a very simple way to do that. It's as simple as today's message was, and do not underestimate the power of simplicity. Sometimes we work too hard, we complicate way too much, and we can't get what we want. Do your job, and the motivational trick we'll give you tomorrow. And a whole lot else coming up this week. Again, if you want to see the YouTube version of me, look at that. Oh, man, I'm getting shaggy here. Just go to dailyboostpodcast.com/YouTube. Everything else you'll find at motivationtomove.com. That's my home. We're growing that website a little bit right now. Going to get really busy here in the couple months, this coming month, so hang on for that ride. I'll see you tomorrow here on the Daily Boost.